What is up, everybody? Here we are today with another Arcane Showdown event. This is the Goblin Squad Event. So it's a draft, in this draft contest. And we win great rewards, apparently. No actual goblins. I'm not sure what the goblins have to do with it, I'll be honest. I don't really see why goblins are relevant here. But whatever. Love a bit of goblins. 1 coin to join the event, so, you know, you can't really be too mad. All you gotta do is win 1 game and you're up 499 coins. So, pretty decent. Alright, let's get underway. Now, there's a few things I like to do in draft. I think it's really important to take tier 1 in draft, because if you end up with no tier 1s, you just die very quickly. I also think I think spells are worse than minions almost always. So generally speaking, when I'm playing draft, I like to take at least a couple of tier 1 minions, and I like to take minions over spells. So these guys are pretty much the same. I'm going to take the Warlock because he can shoot air. I always take Magelings. I think Magelings is insanely good. Oh my god, this is not close. Boulder I think sucks, and Ice Wing I think is one of the best cards. And then Root Walker versus Fire Drake. So I did say about taking tier 1s, but Root Walker only attacks buildings. I'm still going to take it though. I just think it's so important to have something you can do in the early game. Alright, nice. So we got an Apprentice and a Blizzard as well. I'm pretty happy with our deck, honestly. And we know we gave our opponent Boulder, which is way worse than the Ice Wing we have. Alright, so we've got this tree. So I am going to make a slightly more aggressive push than I normally would. I'm going to just drop a tree here and send it forwards, just to force him to do something, get some information about what his tier 1 is as well. Alright, he's dropped spiders, which we knew he had. I'm going to play the Apprentice because I'll clean them up easily. Oh, nice wall. Okay, so the wall is going to prevent our Apprentice from backing up the tree, but we forced him into enchanting his tower, so I'm actually okay with this. I mean, I say forced, he didn't have to do it, obviously, but he's chosen to enchant his tower. So I'm pretty happy with that. He spent 4 mana enchanting this tower, which is about how much I spent on the push. He built spiders and wall. It's like pretty even, honestly, in how much we each spent. This is annoying. Okay, thank god. I was going to say I don't want to play Magelings to counter a single spider, but he played another spider squad, so I'll play the Magelings. Yeah, we've gone tier 2 pretty quickly here, because our tier 1 is pretty weak. We can't make pushes with tier 1. He's already tier 2. We actually have the Orc Warlock combo, which is actually a combo I play in Constructed sometimes. I think this is a really, really good tier 2 push. So I'm really quite happy to have this as my tier 2 combo. There's a Troll. Okay. We're going to try and defend this. This Fire Drake will probably live forever. Killing it with an Apprentice is going to take hours. I probably should have recalled these guys to save them, but I didn't. So I'm just going to chalk that up as a misplay. Looks like the Maidens are going to go down. Putting the Root Walker down to just tank the spiders, and then I'll play a Warlock to counter this. I need to go tier 3, I think. I have the Orc push, but that's not great. As you can see, it's really struggling to take out this... just about took out the Drake before he killed my my mana node. Okay. So I'm going to Magelings against this Fire Drake as well, and I'm going to walk over here. The Orc got stuck behind the wall, that's unfortunate. We're going to keep going with mana because we want to camp Ice Wings once we get to them. I haven't used Recall yet, which is probably just a misplay on my part. I could have saved some of my minions with it. It does heal the minion as well, so it doesn't just move its lane, it also heals it. I'm enchanting this statue because defending this is going to be difficult. Alright, let's Ice Wing to defend this. So I'm kind of relying on Ice Wing to win me the game, basically. That's like the only really... Like that plus the Orc are powerful pushing units, but Ice Wing is the main one. Wow, that Troll is so beefy. Oh my god, look at that thing. There's an Ice Wing on it and it just isn't dying. Alright, so we actually lose mana node. I'm really surprised that the Ice Wing took that long to kill a Troll. Okay, we'll use Magelings to counter this while attacking here. Wow, the Fire Drake goes down much quicker. Maybe Troll just has infinity hit points. I know it has like 1,000 base hit points or something. Alright, Ice Wing cooldown is really low as well, which is another reason I think Ice Wing is insane. So we're just going to play another Ice Wing. Now he has to kill 2 Ice Wings, which it really doesn't look like he can do. He hasn't even killed 1 Ice Wing yet. I think we've got this covered. I don't think he has a late game that can beat Ice Wing, to be honest with you. Oh, there's a Dragon Slayer. Let's watch how the Dragon Slayer does against Ice Wing. Yeah, this is why I don't like Dragons. He's called Dragon Slayer, and he just got shreked by a dragon. No, I'm just going to win if I don't play the recall. I was considering recalling to save the Ice Wing, but his tower's about to die, so we just win. Let's take a look at these decks quickly. So my deck is better than his, largely because I gave him this Boulder versus the Ice Wing. The Ice Wing is just so much better than the Boulder. I think that's the main reason our deck was so much stronger. He also picked Wall over something. I don't know what. Maybe the Blizzard, maybe the Recall. If he picked Wall over the Apprentice, I think that was a big misplay. Alright. He also gave us Orc, which I think is a misplay. I think Orc is extremely strong. Okay. Troll versus Polywog. This is actually pretty close. This is actually really close. I don't like picking a tier 3, but I also don't like Troll that much. I'm going to pick the Polywog, but I might regret this later. Definitely taking the Huntress. I think Huntress is insanely good. Apprentice versus Scouts. I think I like Scouts more, but it's very close. I'm going to take the Scouts. And then Champion versus Recall. I really don't like spells. I also really don't like Champion. I think Recall is just super whatever, so I'm going to take the Champion. What else do we end up with? Oh, so we've got Archer's Orc. I saw Arcane Missiles in there. What was our last card? Meteor. I think Meteor sucks. Okay, so we've got Orc plus Archer push. That's not the worst. And we've got I think our late game's okay. Polywog and Champion. It's not the best. It's not the worst. I don't think I want to make any kind of pushing here because my tier 1 is pretty bad. I've got Huntress and Scouts. So I want to econ and go for tier 2 quickly. I might even go... I maybe should have gone tier 2 instead of enchanting this beacon. Because I do need my tier 2. I'm going to wait for it to be 9 mana. But yeah, I maybe should have actually gone tier 2 like 10 seconds ago. And just not enchanted this beacon. Our opponent isn't doing anything, which is good. Because we really don't have good... we don't really have a strong defense. If he does push us. It looks like maybe both players have weak early game, given what's happening. Alright, I'm going to make an orc push here. Put some archers behind. Oh, here's Spore Guard. I'm going to missiles the defensive units here. I really think if he had Spore Guard, he should have made an attempt to push earlier. Spore Guard is a very powerful unit because it has so many hit points in tier 1. Wow, okay. I think our opponent might be a newer player. That is, yeah, that's my read at the moment. It looks like we're just going to run him over completely with our tier 2 push. Yeah, this is not looking good for Pain here. I think this one's probably done for. I think Orc is like one of the best units in the game, honestly. It's so strong. It does so much damage, and it has reasonably good hit points as well. Alright, we're tier 3, we'll drop a Polywog and a Champion. This one is super over though. I'm going to use the Meteor to finish off any defensive units he has. Don't want to Meteor that one. And he just tried to re-quit. I'm going to Meteor his... I'm going to 15 mana Meteor his mage. Okay, GG. Let's have a look at his deck. Oh, his deck is terrible. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, his deck is absolutely horrible. Wow, Swordsman versus Spore Guard. Both of these are good tier 1. I like Spore Guard more. I always take Magelings. I think Magelings is insane. I'm going to take Root. I'm going to take Apprentice. Oh, actually, I could go for a tier 1 push here with this deck. I've already got the Spore Walkers, though, and that already gives me that frontline unit, so I'm just going to take the Apprentice. And now I want some late game, because I've got 3 tier 1s, so I'm going to take the Sporelings. I also think this... I don't like spells. Yeah, this guy gave me 3 spells. Oh my god. Can you imagine if I picked a spell as well there? My deck would be completely unplayable. In fact, my deck is actually horrible right now. Yeah, my deck is horrendous. Okay, I'm going to make a split push, because I have so much tier 1. I actually think that... Yeah, I think I should make a tier 1 push, because I have so much tier 1. Oh wow, he played a Huntress. He has a Huntress, so lucky. He played his Swordsman and Huntress in split lane, so he can't defend his tower now. We use Magelings to try and defend here, but I don't think we're going to save it. Yeah, we're not going to save it. I'm going to put the Scouts down as well, and just the Huntress over here will have to ignore it while it's on my tower. Yeah, we're going to take his tower though, because he played all of his tier 1 in like a split push, so he didn't have anything to defend. Oh, maybe not. Well, this would suck if we didn't get the tower here. Put quite a lot of resources into it. Gonna enchant this statue because I haven't got much else to defend over there. Really need to take this tower because I've put a lot of resources into it now. It looks like we're going to get it here. Alright, cool, we do get it. Gonna need to go tier 2. Oh, he's already tier 2 as well. Okay, we definitely need to go tier 2. Although, we didn't really have spells in tier 2. This is... Yeah, our deck's bad, man. Our deck's real bad. I'm a little worried, honestly. Put some Spore Guard over here. I can't defend my mana against this Huntress either because I only have these Magelings really. Oh, the Spore Guard managed to kill it. Yo, good job, Spore Guard. You did well, man. enchant this middle statue. I mean, yeah, my tier 2 sucks as well. I just have haste. Haste and fireball. So I'm going to need to go tier 3. It is going to be incredibly difficult to win this game, I think. Just need to throw down anything to try and defend. Maybe my Spawlings, like maybe my tier 3 will be able to save me. I'm not sure. Need to keep mana. Need to keep going mana. All right, here's the Spawlings. Let's try and make a Spawling push. And then we can maybe haste as well. All right, haste the Spawlings and see how they do. Wow, go Spawlings, go! Give them the business. Gonna fireball this lot. Wow, that did a lot of damage. All right, let's Boulder as well. I think Boulder's pretty terrible, but Boulder does full damage to his mage. So my game plan is now going to be to spell cycle him out. I'm going to kill him with fireballs and boulders. Because Boulder does full damage to his mage, which is like 700. So I think 2 more boulders will win me the game. So yeah, that's going to be my game plan now. Just defend, and try and kill him with boulders. So I'm also going to put some units down here to try and convince him to put units down. And we'll make a massive spawling push as well. I'm going to fireball the mage tower. Alright, there we go. I wanted him to play some units so I could boulder. Yeah, look, it's at 700 now. It's almost dead. We just need to kill it with spells. Oh, we got him. Yes! Let's go, team. That deck was horrendous. His deck was way better than my deck. My deck was horrible. He should have made, like, if he'd gone for a big tier 1 push with these, I would have been in so much trouble. But, yeah, spell cycled him out with the boulder, because it does 646 to structures. Man, that was tough. That was tough. Okay, Apprentice versus Spawlings. Always going to take my tier 1s here. Wolf Rider is different because it doesn't fight minions. Man. I'm going to take the Wolf Rider and just try and give him a super late game deck. Fire Drake versus Gunner. This is actually pretty tough. I'm going to take Gunner because I think it counters the Fire Drake. And then Bolt versus Recall. Well, I think Bolt is better than Recall. Alright, so because we have Wolf Rider, okay, we have really early game deck. We're gonna be pretty aggressive here. Alright, so we've got Cleaver, Wolf Rider, an Apprentice, and Bolt. So we can make a pretty strong tier 1 push. So that's what we're going to go for. So we'll enchant that, and then we'll bolt these lots. Oh, he has Wave. Oh my god, what a nightmare. Wave is insanely good for stopping pushes. Luckily, his 2 tier 1 minions are both things that die to AoE. So the Cleaver and Apprentice are super strong, but they don't do that much damage to the actual tower. Yeah. Yeah, I think I should have waited before playing these Wolf Riders. We're going to keep pushing tier 1. Yeah, look. We actually have really good answers to his tier 1. Because his tier 1 is Goblins and Scouts. Nice. That's why I went for the big tier 1 push, because of the Wolf Riders. We're going to keep going on this side as well. Our tier 1 is, yeah, most of our strength is in tier 1. We'll go tier 2 now, we're taking a statue, and then we'll try and make another push with tier 2. He has Orc. It's kind of scary. I don't have a way to answer Orc at all. I guess I have to tank it with Wolf Rider and then kill it with something else, which is not an ideal scenario. Alright, so let's do that. We'll play the Wolf Rider to tank it, and then we'll have some other stuff try and kill it. And here is the Fire Drake that I picked Gunner to counter, so let's see how that goes. Yeah, the Gunner is striking it. He just recalled that Orc away. Interesting. So now it's over here. Huh. Okie dokie. Yeah, okay, Orc is a big problem. Orc is going to cause me a lot of issues this game. Again, we're going to tank with Wolf Rider and then play other stuff to try and kill it. But we have to play like most of our forces to defeat this Orc because it's so strong versus us. Let's enchant this, try and get some more mana going. I'm pretty much just looking to win the game off of 1-0 victories, I think. I don't even know if I want to go tier 3. It's kind of bad. Yeah. Bolt to get rid of the scouts. Okay, cool. This isn't going terribly. I am worried about Orc. If I can get the second statue, then we can just defend and go for a statue victory. Man, that wave. Maybe I should go tier 3 because I can finish off that tower with my tier 3 spell now. I don't have a great frontliner. Reaper is probably the best frontliner I have. Yeah, Reaper is by far the best frontliner I have. I think we get the statue now, though. Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. This isn't going too badly. Let's enchant our statues up because we don't want them to randomly die. I've got so much mana, I'm going to go tier 3 now. I'm probably just going to try and use Boulder to counter Orc. Which sounds horrendous, but what are you going to do? Gunner counters the fire. I'm pretty glad I took the gunner or the fire drake, honestly, because every time he fire drakes, I'm just killing it with a gunner pretty easily. Gonna keep wolf ridering to harass his economy. And we're gonna level up our statues. Okay, it's looking pretty good at the moment. There's a mortar. Definitely gonna boulder the mortar. Wow, it didn't even come close to killing it. Oh well, there's a bunch of other units there. We're pretty far ahead right now. There's the recall again. Really feeling pretty good about not taking recall. Bolt is seeming a lot stronger. I think we just got him. We just got him. Alright, cool. Not a great deck again, but we had a strong tier 1 push that he couldn't defend, so we were able to get an early lead off of the strong tier 1 push. Yeah, he had like a lot of late game compared to us. Okay, heal versus Elven Guard. I think heal sucks, so I'm just gonna take Elven Guard. Heckhound versus Fire Drake. I think Heckhound is really good, and it counters my Elven Guard, but I don't want to get rammed with too many tier 3s. I really don't want to give him Heckhound if I have Elven Guard. I might live to regret that choice. Oh god, I haven't got any tier 1s yet. If I give him Banish and he has a, like, aggro deck... Oh, this is not looking good. Okay, we'll take the Huntress and hope we get some more tier 1s. Oh, we got Cleaver and Wall. Alright, our deck actually ended up looking okay, which is very lucky because our draft picks were not strong. But yeah, we can probably defend early with Wall, Huntress, and Cleaver. This is actually, like, Cleaver is the perfect unit to have got with Huntress. So yeah, our tier 1 ended up looking a lot better than it should have. I think I'm going to snap tier 2 here as well, because I'm just like... I gotta go tier 2 early, man, because my tier 1 is not good. Normally I'd econ here, but I'm actually worried that my tier 1 is just not going to cut it. So we're going to go very early tier 2. I also have this Gyro. Gyro could be a very strong early push. Okay, so we've got Goblins on one side that Cleaver counters, and I'm going to use Archers on this side. Could have used the Huntress as well. Alright, looks like we're going to need to use the Huntress as well. I can maybe Wall to stop them getting my power, or like my mana. Yeah, cool. Looks like that works. Right, he's gone very fast tier 2 as well. Okay. Well, we have the Gunner that counters the Fire Drake, so that's nice. Oh dear. Can't put it down when the Goblins are there. Right, there we go. Let's get that to kill that. Okay, nice. Haven't had a chance to make a push yet with the Gyro. I haven't had enough mana. But I think I'll put Gyro up here. Gyro... Oh, Gyro attacks air. I completely forgot that Gyro attacked air. The Gyro also counters the Fire Drake. Alright, cool. This is going to get pushed. That's just the way that is. These Vortexes, don't care too much about that. I think I'm not too fussed about this side, honestly. I don't really want to invest any more resources over here. The Cleaver's fine, but I didn't want to invest anything bigger than that. Looks like we've got a pretty strong push going on the left, so we'll back that up. We'll keep pushing left, and then we can use the Wall to maybe push out defensive units, depending on where he plays them. Alright, Huntress over here. So I don't think the Stone Wall will stop air units, so there's no point Stone Walling against the Fire Drake, but I can do it against these Goblins. Yeah, nice. So they attack my wall and my ranged units kill them whilst they're doing that. We're building up quite a substantial Gyro push as well. Got multiple Gyrocopters. Okay, our tier 3 is really good as well. It doesn't have any anti-air, but we've got a lot of anti-air in the previous tiers. And Elven Guard plus Heckhound are both very strong. Well, it looks like our tier 2 push is just going to win the game. Which is, yeah, that Banish isn't really doing much for him. Pretty glad I didn't pick Banish. Alright, let's wall to defend. There's actually nothing to wall out, so I guess we wait. Those scouts just insta-die. Alright, I think we just win here. We're just going to drop these tier 3s, but we're just going to kill them before we even get there. Alright, cool. His deck looks horrible, man. Heal, Vortex, and Banish. His tier 1's okay, but like he has no late game either. His deck just looks terrible. Okay. Ooh, these are both pretty good, but I think Cleaver's a very strong tier 1, and my rulers usually take tier 1s. I don't like tier 3 spells, so I'm gonna take Fire Drake. Always take Magelings. Magelings is amazing. Spore Guard versus Bolt. I do have a pretty decent tier 1 already. I think with Spore God I can make a solid tier 1 push. Oh wow, and he gave us all late game. That's pretty nice. I think generally speaking, you do try to give your opponent late game because you want to pick early game. But the fact that he gave us late game in our deck that had no late game is pretty cool for us. All right, so we're going to Magelings. We're making this push because I have the Spore Guard basically. This Spore Guard is so strong early game that you can make a strong push with it. And then I'm going to Econ after I make my push. Gonna keep pushing though. As long as I have Spore Guard in my deck, I want to make an aggressive play in tier 1. And then we'll just Econ hard and try and get to tier 2 for a big roll push. And his tier 1 looks terrible. I haven't seen anything but spiders yet. He must have got really unlucky with his picks because he gave us a bunch of tier 2 and 3 as well. And he doesn't have any tier 1. So he must have just got offered no tier 1 cards. Unfortunately, we don't have actually any good tower pushing units in tier 1. We had like good tanks, but we don't have anything that does good damage. So we weren't really able to capitalize on it. Alright, so we're gonna need to go tier 2. We're gonna take a bunch of damage whilst we're tearing up. Because we don't have a lot of defense that can beat his tier 2. Alright, so now we'll Fire Drake here. I'm gonna troll to tank, and then I'm gonna play archers behind to actually kill his units. The Fire Drake up here is doing a good job defending. And now we're just going to stick a bunch of stuff behind a troll. He's got the gunner to counter my Fire Drake as well, which sucks. So yeah, we're just going to put a bunch of units down on this side. And we're going to try and protect our archer push, basically. Let's try and get another troll. And more archers. Just wanna load up behind the troll, basically. Gonna go tier 3 once I just have enough money. Like, the later the game gets, you tend to just have more money. Every 30 seconds, in fact, the Econ ramps. If you watch here, when he hits 130, the mana goes up. Also, the mana goes up because I killed his tower, and then the mana goes up again because of 1 minute 30. So yeah, the later the game goes, the more mana you have, and then you just end up having more mana than you can spend. And that's usually when I go tier 3, if my tier 3 isn't strong. If I have a really strong tier 3, I'll try and rush tier 3. But if my tier 3 is weak, like I have one tier 3 unit here, then I'll wait and go tier 3 once I have infinite money, basically. Alright, so we're going to make a big push on the left. Going to have our champion soon, and then we'll just put him down or her down left as well. I don't really like this card that much. Apparently it's good if you have like good frontliners for it. Which, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't played the unit enough times to say. It definitely is quite squishy, which feels weird for like a gigantic AoE melee unit. It feels like it should be quite tanky, but it isn't. Anyway, I've got Troll and Spore Guard and stuff to go in front of it, so... yeah. Pretty strong push here. Gonna take second tower pretty easily. I think we just won this. I don't see how he's stopping this push. We've assembled such a gigantic push. He's got a Spider Queen, but that's not going to be enough. Alright, cool. I think we kill the tower before the game ends, but it's going to be close. No, not even that close. Just crushed it. Alright, GG. Let's have a look at his deck. Oh, wow. I'll be honest, actually. Fort Steel makes the deck a lot better, but yeah. Meteor Heal, Force of Bolt. Only Spider and Bolt in tier 1. Yeah, he had no good tier 1 defense, but we just didn't have a good DPS unit to punish him for it. Okay, so what have we got here? I'm definitely taking the tier 1 over the tier 3. I also think Goblins is amazing. Dragonflight is way better than Starfall. That one's not close. Spore Guard versus Swordsman. I think Spore Guard is much better than Swordsman. I don't like Swordsman very much. And then finally, Wolf Rider versus Wall. Interesting. So actually, because I have Spore Guard, I can actually make a pretty strong push with Wolf Rider. Yeah, I'm going to take the Wolf Rider. I'm going to go for a tier 1 push. Oh, wow. Oh my god, my deck is like an all-in tier 1 deck. Alright, boys, I guess we know what we're doing. Yeah, we're going to make a big push tier 1. I've got almost my entire deck is tier 1. We're definitely going to make a giant tier 1 push here. Oh no, the wall! I don't know how long the wall holds us off for. I don't know how big a deal this is. I don't think it's a big deal at all. Look at this gigantic push we have. I really need to rebuild Wolf Riders because we lost most of the Wolf Riders in the start of that push. And that's our main DPSer. But yeah, we have some tier 1s. I'm just gonna go all in. Swordsman over here, that's insane. That's actually insane to play a swordsman over there when he's getting pushed this hard. I'm even gonna split my spore guards. I'm actually gonna enchant the tower to defend here. Oh, look at this push, man. Oh my god. Alright, GG, my dude. We have too many tier 1s. Now, this is why it's important to have tier 1s in your deck. Because if you can't stop tier 1, maybe he's gone tier 2, but I'm about to take out his mage. Alright, nice deck, man. GG, well played. Oh, God. So many tier 1 cards. Yep, he has Scout Swordsman to defend. This looks like it should be fine, honestly, but we just had 6 tier 1 cards. What a beating. Okay. Oh my god, definitely. Huntress is so good, and it's tier 1. Always taking Huntress here. This one's kind of closer, because I think Orc is amazing, and I already have a really good tier 1 unit. But, man, if I have Goblins and Huntress, that's pretty much my tier 1 covered. I might regret giving him Orc. Alright, I'm going to take the Goblins. I might regret... Yeah, I'm already regretting it. If I give him Evil Eye as well, it just counters like my tier 1 if I take Scouts, so... Oh, man. Such regret. Such regret. Oh, and it didn't give me a choice. It gave me Magelings. There was like 6 seconds left. What? That must be bugged. Okay, well, we got Magelings, which is fine, I guess. Oh, my deck is horrible. Okay, we're going to need to make a tier 1 push, but he can counter my tier 1 push pretty easily, I think. I've got Wave and Eye, so actually I have a lot of ways to push tier 1. Oh, I shouldn't have gone middle because the mage defends it. Oh, I've misplayed many times here, my dudes. I've misplayed many times. This one might be a loss. Oh, we might get the tower though. Come on, get the tower, boys. No, we enchanted it in time. We still might get it though. We killed all of his defensive minions with the eye. Come on. Enchanted it again. Rip. We did a lot of damage to it at least. But yeah, we didn't actually finish it, which is a pretty big misplay because of the amount of investment I put into it. And now he's tier 2. Don't think we're gonna get it. It's gonna be close. Yeah, no, it's almost dead though. We can probably take it out later. But my late game is bad, like really bad. I think I have to keep making a push here. Oh, the Orc. I really wish I had the Orc now. Yeah, I regret not picking the Orc now. Oh well. We need to keep pushing this lane. We got to take out this tower. I got to get something for the amount of money I've put into this this tier 1 push. I guess we go tier 2 now. It's an 8 mana as well. That's level 43. That must be Fort Steel. Yeah, the only way he'd have a level 43 is if it was Fort Steel. Alright, let's see if we can defend our mana here. Come on, save the mana. Ah, rip. I'm gonna Evil Eye here, because I don't have a lot of answers to this this archer right now. And I'm gonna go for a Wildkin, Goblin, and Wolf push. And wave these scouts. Alright, finally got the tower. Finally got the tower. Just need to defend now. I don't think our late game is strong. I don't think we can win if the game goes super late. So I do think we're gonna just sit back and try and defend. We need to harass his mana though, because if he gets to late game, we're in trouble. Our late game is just Meteor, which is not good. Okay, nice. We're actually assembling a pretty good push on the left as well. We have a lot of mana here. I might get the tier 3 just because we have a lot of mana. So it's like, why not unlock it? Don't have a good answer to this Orc right now. I'm going to enchant the statue again. Hope the statue and the Evil Eye can take care of this. Come on, save the mana. Yes, nice, we saved the mana. Okay, so there's Warlock over here, Wildkin in front. We're actually doing pretty well. His deck doesn't seem to have that much going on either. He just has like Warlock plus Orc. He must have a lot of tier 3 or something, I don't know. Oh yeah, there we go. We're going to Meteor that for sure. See you later, Elven Guard. Thanks for playing, Elven Guard. I don't know what the cooldowns are. I don't know if we get Meteor back before he gets Elven Guard back. It looked like, did he have Meteor as well? I didn't know what card that was, but it kind of looked like it was also Meteor. Wow, with all 3 statues. Wow, I can't believe how easily I won this. I won this by quite a lot. Alright, it looks like the Avant-Garde cooldown is shorter than the Meteor, but we're going to Meteor it again. LOL. There it is, boys. Let's take a look at the decks. Oh, dude, his deck is so much better than mine. What? Oh, his tier 1 was awful. I guess we got a lot of damage in tier 1, which makes sense. He only had Scouts and Wolf Riders. Yeah. His late game was way better than ours, though. Like, he's got the Behemoth and the Elven Guard. This Behemoth would have been a nightmare to deal with. He just never played it. Alright, cool. There you go, guys. I believe that is... Yeah, there it is. 8-0 in the draft event. Hope you guys enjoyed that. The Goblin Squad. Important points to remember in draft. You need a strong tier 1. If you have a weak tier 1, you just get run over very early. But I actually think it's better to be all in on tier 1 than it is to be weak in tier 1. Like, we had this game here, where we had 8 tier 1 cards or whatever. Or 6 tier 1 cards, and we just won the game very quickly. So I think having a strong tier 1 is absolutely the most important thing. Wow, so many of my opponents had Fort Steel. Anyway, having a strong tier 1 is super important. And I think spells are generally quite bad. It's a lot better to pick minions than spells, generally speaking. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the Goblin Squad, and I'll see you next time.